We just finished up Thanksgiving. We're just stepping right into Christmas, and a little break in the middle is a wonderful, wonderful noodle dish, which is a chili crisp noodle dish. I'm going to make it right now. I would love to make it with you. Come on over. I'll see you on the other side. Hi, it's Grandma Roseanne, and we are going to make some chili crisp noodles. Absolutely delicious. Very simple to make, but a lot of ingredients. So what we're going to start out with is a half a teaspoon of Szechuan pepper. Oh, it's easier if you see it this way. There's no heat to this at all, but an enormous amount of flavor. So here in my pestle, I have a half a teaspoon of the peppers, and we're just going to grind them down. Now you want to be able to select the ones when you buy them that are red because they have more flavor and they're fresher. This just takes a minute. Oh, Letty, God. My dog just comes charging in, body slams me. She was my puppy, but she's getting a little bit bigger now. She's about 7 months old now. I don't know if that's enough, but that's all I have patience for. So I'm going to put these peppers into a medium bowl here. To this, I am going to add 1/3 cup of peanut butter. The unsweetened is going to give you probably a little bit better flavor, but if you have sweetened, that's perfectly fine. I'm using Skippy. 1/3 cup of soy sauce, and we're just going to whisk that. And to this, I'm going to add Chinese black vinegar, and I'm adding 3 tablespoons of that. Oh, this smells so good. Oh my goodness. If you don't have black vinegar and you don't want to go out and buy a bottle of it for 3 tablespoons, you can use red wine vinegar, you can use distilled vinegar. This is just a more authentic way of doing it. And then to give it its flavor, I'm using 1/4 cup of the crispy chili oil. To this, we're now adding 2 tablespoons of sugar. And I have already minced 2 cloves of garlic and 1 teaspoon of fresh ginger. And you can see the consistency of the sauce here. It will coat the back of a spoon. You'll know you're at the right consistency. If you think that your sauce is a little bit too thick, you can put maybe 1 or 2 tablespoons of water. But if you're following along with me, it should be as perfect as this one. Now I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to start working with some of our vegetables here. I have maybe 4 or 5 scallions here, and I cut them and separated them into the greens, which we are going to use as a topping, and the whites, which we are going to be cooking with. And then I have baby bok choy. The recipe does call for a pound. I have a half a pound, but that's all my store had in stock, so that's what I got. Now we're going to do the whites rather thin. And the greens I'm going to do about 1/2 inch, but I am going to go in and do another cut, just like this. Okay, and I'm going to start cooking my noodles. You can use any noodle you want. I have these noodles that I got at an Asian store. I don't know what they are. I've just used them several times, and it has a name on it, but I can't read. I can't read it. But these particular ones are parboiled, so be careful. Watch the instructions on your package so that you don't end up with mushy noodles, because that would ruin your whole dish. So these are just going to go into boiling water. They're only going to be there about 2 or 3 minutes, and they will be done. As soon as I get them out of there, I'm going to drain them and just let them sit for a little bit until we need them. I didn't think you needed to watch me boil noodles. The noodles that you have, the amount you should be looking for is about 1 pound. Oh, I also need to mention that when I drain those noodles, I am going to stop the cooking by rinsing them with cold water, cold tap water. So now we can move our sauce and our vegetables off to the side. The water is starting to boil, so I'll be ready to do the noodles in just a minute. So now we can start with the pork. I'm using a wok, but obviously you can use a skillet, which is just perfectly fine. And I'm going to start with 1 tablespoon of oil. And to my wok, I'm going to add 8 ounces of ground pork. I could have done that a little bit easier. And I'm going to put in about a half a teaspoon of garlic powder and a half a teaspoon of onion powder. Just to season up that pork a little bit. Now be sure you don't add salt. Remember how much soy sauce you've got going here. Browning the meat is going to take like 5 to 7 minutes. Now we can add the white part of the onion. And the bok choy, the white part of the bok choy. We're going to cook this just for a couple of minutes. And to this, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of Szechuan wine, or well, maybe, hopefully it's 2 tablespoons. That's splashed over a lot. I'm also adding 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. So in a large bowl, I'm going to put our noodles, and I went through and, fanned them out to make sure that they weren't sticking together. Our pork and vegetables go on top. And to this, we will give our sauce another little whisk here and add that to our noodles. Gosh, this smells good, you guys. This is such a treat, I'm telling you, because we just finished Thanksgiving. I'm all turkeyed out. But this is a nice break in between the 2 holidays so that we can have just something a little bit different, a little bit refreshing. Now I'm going to transfer noodles into a serving bowl. They're very long noodles. Okay. We're going to top this with some green onion. I'll be right back. And it's time to taste this thing. And it is recommended that you do a little bit more of the chili crisp in there. I don't know if it's needed, so I'm going to take a taste first. Oh, that's good. That is really, really good. I hope you try it. I'm going to leave the ingredients below. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, come back anytime. Love having you with me. And let's have a wonderful holiday season, everybody. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.